So how much time do you spend thinking about what you wear to class?
Okay, what jeans or khakis? What kind of big boy collar should I put on? The polo or the button down? Like, really, that's it.
But you do think about it?
Not much.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
low consciousness thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure my buttons are right, but like really, that's it. I don't think much.
I think about it a lot, I think. And
Yeah.
partly I do like, I like clothes. So there's that.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, too, there is a
You
pedagogy.
look fabulous too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
great.
You know, we all look
Love
great
your
tonight,
tie.
so it's great. But I do think about it pedagogically a lot. There's a sense in which I want to communicate to students that we are working, right? So that
Yeah.
the embodiment of that practice in the front of the classroom, I think, matters. I think there's a sense in which this space is different than other spaces that we're involved in. We're here doing really, really important work, really holy work, really sacred work. And that, for me, I think the way I dress kind of communicates that, but also is a reminder for me as well. I've even done Skype interviews sometimes, right? And sometimes I think people get away with just wearing a shirt and tie and just wearing shorts.
Pajamas.
Or like not wearing shoes at home or something like that if you're
Yeah.
at home. But I've done a couple interviews and it makes a difference to be dressed, you know, all the way as if you were actually present. So
Wow.
for me, there's a synchronicity between just that ritual of putting something on in particular. But so maybe I might, you know, I've seen this stuff recently that Steve Jobs just wore the same thing over and over again, and Mark Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
because it's one less thing to worry about. And that's intriguing, but I think I'd get really bored with that too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a uniform.
Do you have to think about it a lot? I think, you know, I've heard
Yeah, I
other
do.
female colleagues in particular think that
Yeah.
it's more complicated for us.
Yeah.
Shirt and tie, done. But
Right. Well, and I have a lot of colleagues that just wear jeans and T-shirts, right? Especially the men, and they seem to feel okay doing that. I think more of the women don't feel quite comfortable because of the sense of authority.
Yeah.
You know that like you want to remember who's the professor in the room. But for me, I just on the days when I like occasionally have just given in and gone and whatever, you know, didn't shower and. And I just felt sad and gross all day, you know. And I was like, I think my students deserve to have a faculty member who is not sad and gross in front of them, you know. So I do try to, you know, be clean and dress like a grown up.
Yeah.
Like I think about
Right.
big girl clothes, you know, as opposed to what I would rather wear, which is jeans and a T-shirt.
So in Korea, I dress nicer in Korea by far.
Oh, yeah.
But the Pacific Northwest, we're still like granola, or at least we
Right.
want to have that culture that
Yeah.
it's a lot of professors are jeans and T-shirts, and it's. I have one colleague that he wears shorts and teaches. That's
Yeah.
his prerogative. But there's something about the culture.
Yeah.
I suspect East Coast would probably be different too.
yeah, I imagine, I think, and just, and also too, the weather probably makes a difference.
Yeah,
So maybe
Minnesota.
we're in San
That's
Diego
so much
right now.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I can't wear shorts most of the time to
Yeah.
my classes. But it's interesting to think, do some teaching bodies have an embodied deficit already? And do you kind of play into that deficit even more by not thinking about clothing or how you posture yourselves and all that? So I don't know, it's
Yeah.
interesting. I think, again, different
Yeah.
approaches to this, but good to think about.
Thank you for joining us from Stories from the Front of the Classroom.